these guys are delusional. We're from the Bronx, New York. It happens. And so when hip hop started, it's Latino and black, half and half.
I think that, my family is Jamaican, and Latino and Jamaican are Caribbean people. With tropical people, with people that understand what that timing and that rhythm and that pocket feels like in a way unlike any other culture of people. I'm saying it's like when you watch Latinos do the salsa or merengue and you see Jamaican people, do their shit. It's kind of like something that goes hand in hand with the multicultural, because the U.S. ain't got no culture. They shit is all our shit. A bunch of our shit is what makes the U.S. whatever you want to call it. We still don't know what that culture is for the U.S., but it made me feel that much more proud to be like, yeah, man, me's a Jamaican, and I say it.
Negro, please. Jay-Z. What's up, niggas? Across the belly, lose. I prove you lost already. Brace yourself for the main event. Y'all impatiently waiting. It's like an AIDS test. What's the results? Not positive. Who's the best? Pac, Nas, and Big.
So, according to Busta Rhymes, black people in the United States have no culture. And according to Fat Joe, Latinos and people in the Caribbean created hip-hop music. But could anything be further from truth? Not only did black folks in the United States create hip-hop, but black folks in the United States control, dominate, and dictate popular culture overall.
Man unleashed from gravity. One, I am the truest. Name a rapper that I ain't influenced. Gave y'all chapters, but now I keep my eyes on the Judas. Liquor, wine, Sophie fame kept my name in his music. Check it, I fuck with your soul like ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already. Hey yo, pass me the weed, put my ashes out on these niggas, man. Hey yo, you faggots, y'all kneel and kiss the motherfucking ring. Fuck with your soul like ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already. Fucked over, left for dead, distant, forgotten. Luck ran out. They hope that I'll be gone, stiff and rotten. Y'all just piss on me, shit on me, spit on my grave. Talk about me, laugh behind my back, but in my face, shot some well wishes, friendly acting, envy, hiding snakes. With your hands out for my money, man, how much can I take when the streets keep calling? Heard it when I was asleep, that this Gazy and Cockefeller records wanted beef. Started cocking up my weapon, slowly loading up this ammo to explode it on a camel and his soldiers. I can handle this Fadolo and his manuscript. Just sounds stupid when KRS already made an album called Blueprint. First, Biggie's your man, then you got the nerve to say that you better than Big. Dick sucking lips, won't you let the late great veteran live? Will, Godson across the belly, I prove you lost already. The king is back, where my crown at? Ill will, rest in peace, let's do it, niggas. Fuck with your soul like ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly, I prove you lost already. Y'all niggas deal with emotions like bitches. What's sad is I love you, cause you're my brother. You traded your soul for riches. My child, I've watched you grow up to be famous, and now I smile like a proud dad watching his only.
So are we to believe that the race of people, the downright bloodline of Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, Cassius Clay, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Jim Brown, Lawrence Taylor, Jerry Rice, Michael Jackson, James Brown, Jimi Hendrix, and the list goes on, are we to believe these people have no culture? There could be no bigger lie told besides that man landed on the moon.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Oh boy. Houston, we have a problem.
Well, nothing. Come back to Earth and we'll shoot the whole thing in a studio.
Okay.
In fact, many would argue that the true godfather of hip-hop is the one and only James Brown. With his 1973 smash hit, the big payback, James Brown may have single-handedly laid the foundation for what we call modern day rap. And in fact, James Brown is one of the most sampled artists in hip-hop music today. Not only was this American Negro from South Carolina rapping, but he clearly had a major influence on breakdancing. In fact, the legends and pioneers of breakdancing credit him as their inspiration. So, before we set the record straight about the origins and who created hip-hop, let's first dig into what exactly is hip-hop. Hip-hop is an art form that consists of 5 key elements. Number 1, the DJ. Number 2, the MC. Number 3, the b-boy / breakdancer. Number 4, the graffiti artist. Number 5, is fashion and style. So let's dig into all 5 key elements of hip-hop, and let's look at the pioneers of each one of these elements.
You love to hear the story again and again of how it all got started way back when. The monument is right in your face. Sit and listen for a while to the name of the place.
Alright, you know the whole thing about hip-hop, where hip-hop started. And where did hip-hop start?
It started here in Rosedale Park, Noble Park they called it.
Noble Park, Rosedale Park. What years would you say it started there?
73,
73, 74.
75, on down. That park was rocking all the time.
It was rocking.
Yeah.
Right.
Then we had 107 and 100 that was rocking all the time.
100 Park.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we had 123 that was rocking all hip hop.
So you saying that's where hip hop started? Where? Where did hip hop start?
In the Bronx, man. In the Bronx here. Over here by Bronxdale, Soundview, Rosedale Park. Over there.
Right.
Did that thing over here. For our side.
Just gather around.
Music from the streets, heard on the streets with the advent of portable record and tape players.
Rap music began in Harlem and the South Bronx on playgrounds like this one, where people would gather to spin records and then recite their own lyrics, their raps, over the instrumental sections.
We just reinvented it. That's all we did.
Well, who reinvented it? Who?
Everybody collectively. You got Bam, you got Hurt, you got Flash, you got the L Brothers, you got Grand Wizard Theodore, you got the B-Boys, you got the MCs. Everybody collectively reinvented hip hop.
So it was no one person.
Nah.
From your point of view.
No, it wasn't no one person.
No one person.
No, hip hop was always there.
So
Just that.
what about when they call Hurt the father of hip hop then? I mean,
well, I'm not taking anything away from Herc. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What Herc and Sidney did in 1520, I'm not taking nothing away from that, you know?
Okay, but that's not the beginning of hip hop to you?
Not from the beginning, no. That's the beginning of Herc. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we put it to you straight up. There was
no Puerto Ricans.
No Puerto Ricans.
Wasn't no Puerto Rican.
Coming
Wow.
to the parties.
Okay. So wasn't no Puerto Rican breakdancers.
There wasn't no Puerto Rican.
But you saying you started it.
I started, and I'm not Puerto Rican.
You're not Puerto Rican.
I'm not Puerto Rican.
Wow.
I am black and proud.
Okay.
Okay. My mama's from North Carolina, and my daddy's from South Carolina.
Okay. Salute.
So they would just call me Coke, C-O-K-E, not to say drug-wise or Coca-Cola drinking, just Coke. And then I added the LaRock to it.
Let's clear up one thing. It's been written in books that you come from a Jamaican heritage.
No, that's Kool Herc. My family comes from North Carolina. I was born in the Bronx. I had fast feet, you know. My feet could move pretty fast, you know. So
was it mostly like James Brown type moves, or
semi? But you know, I just created my own moves, you know.
Right.
You
Give me,
understand?
just recreate it, like the first rap you did. Can you remember anything?
The first one was like, there's not a man that can't be thrown, a horse that can't be rolled, a bull that can't be stopped. There's not a disco that I, Coke La Rock, can't rock. And I put the echo in the echo chamber. That's why you got Coke La Rock, 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 cool DJ Herc and Coke La Rock, the series.
Okay, so
then all of a sudden it took off, where guys just was battling guys.
Now, one of those rappers is 22-year-old Curtis Blow.
Yeah, come on now. Brakes on the bus, brakes on the car.
Curtis Blow learned how to rap on the streets. He learned how to construct his raps and how to control his crowds as a college student.
I only carried 2 cans of colors with me, black and silver. Black was for a light color wall, and the silver was for a dark color wall. The building was under construction. I'm coming from the Fox movies. I looks up, climbed over the fence, and goes up to the 44. I wrote cornbread on the beams, the concrete, the elevator, the steps, a big slab of concrete. I wrote cornbread, king of the walls. I spray painted my name in about maybe 9 or 10 police vehicles, the cop cars, and the paddy wagons. I was selective about the surfaces that I wrote on. I started appearing in the newspapers. And they seen my name in the newspapers. They said, if Cornbread can do it, so can I. And I can do it better than him. So a lot of graffiti artists came out to woodworks. By 1971, 72, Philadelphia looked like a war zone. Graffiti started appearing everywhere.
So now that we've covered the first 4 elements, let's talk about the 5th element, the element of fashion. Jaden Guzman couldn't have said it better in his article, History of Hip Hop Fashion, how street culture became fashion's biggest influence. Although hip hop culture has a history of going against the grain, it eventually came to dominate not only mainstream popular music, but the world of high fashion as well. Hip-hop's relationship with the world of fashion has an interesting and very important history. As hip-hop arose from the streets with an outsider status, it gave birth to its own distinct fashion style and aesthetic, unlike anything seen in the mainstream fashion world, which has developed and evolved in its unique ways over time. The genre was born in New York City in the early 1970s. In this early era, New York b-boy culture largely dominated fashion and hip-hop. B-boys were breakdancers who helped establish and give birth to hip-hop culture in its early days. Hip-hop artists of this time began popularizing tracksuits, chains, and Kango hats, among other items, giving birth to a new and exciting street fashion culture unique to the New York hip-hop scene. The group most responsible for establishing and defining hip-hop's trademark street look was none other than Run DMC, who famously adopted Adidas tracksuits and laceless shell-toed sneakers as their signature uniform. This look was inspired by the style of New York City b-boys at the time. By adopting this street look, the group rejected the high glamorous looks of early hip-hop.
I'm about to flow long as I could possibly go. Keep you moving cause the crowd says so. Dance. Cuts rip your pants, every beat on the blades bleeding to death.
With all facts stated and being shown, it would be ludicrous to even consider the origin of hip-hop anywhere other than North America, the United States, Bronxdale, New York to be exact. But today, 2022, we have people trying to hijack the culture and at the same time trying to say the North American Negro has no culture. Shout out to the real pioneers of hip hop. So we got culture vultures that's constantly trying to hijack the culture. You got some people that's trying to whitewash hip hop. Hip hop was 100% created by black people. Hip hop was 100% created by black people from Bronxdale, NYC, from DJing to MCing to breaking to graffiti to fashion, the whole 9 yards. All 5 key elements of hip hop is all homegrown right here in the USA. Peace.
Follow because the tempo's a trail, the stage is a cage, the mic is a third rail. I'm Rakim, the fiend of a microphone, I'm not him. So leave my mic alone, soon as the beat is felt, I'm ready to go. So fasten your seatbelt, cause I'm about to flow, no need to speed, slow down.